All right, hey, what's going on, folks?
What's going on? This is your boy Ash the Man.
And I am JJ Wilson. On here, I'm JJ Starwind.
Welcome to the Eternal Vintage Podcast Episode 3. And yeah, we're here to do some crazy thing. JJ got that caster ready?
Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. All right. So if you haven't already, episode 2 was amazing last week. My boy JJ has it uploaded on his channel. I got the link in the description. Don't forget to hit that sub for my boy too. So, show him some love.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. So we got a couple of topics this time around. Our anime section is going to be rather short, so we'll get that out of the way first. We're mainly going to talk about the premieres that came about this past week. I know the top one for sure was the Inuyasha sequel, Yashahime, and the other one was Golden Kamui. And I think there was a couple of others if Ash can hash that out for me.
Oh yeah. So we had quite the thing. I know personally, the Yashimi, the Twin Demon Princess, which is the Inuyasha sequel, that premiered. We have Noblesse, which premiered. We also have Jujutsu Kaisen that premiered, Golden Kamui that premiered, Burn the Witch that premiered. So this list was actually like pretty crazy. We had some few animes that ended, and also some that went on a hiatus until next year. But yeah, JJ, which one? Well, we already know, but I'm gonna still ask you, which one is you most hyped for?
Well, naturally, I was most hyped for Golden Kamui because it had been 2 years for the anime anyway to come back. And since that time, I've been following the manga, and the manga's been pretty wild. Although I had stopped reading about a month or two ago, so I have no idea what's going on now. But I pretty much stopped up to where they introduced that pirate guy who's another one of the tattooed convicts from
Right.
Shiri prison. So I think season 3 of Gon Kamui it picks off with Sugimoto heading to Sakhalin Island. The southern part of that island is still occupied by Japan at that time since they won the Russo-Japanese War against the Russians. So they're in that part of the island for right now, but they are going to travel to Russia later in the series.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like like they doing things right. I see the ratings for Go to Kamui pretty good. It's probably like you probably got like one of the best ratings out of all the shows. I know that, and Jujutsu Kaisen, which have the best ratings. And Jujutsu Kaisen, first episode was pretty good. I'm waiting on episode 2 to do a video on my thoughts about the anime so far. But really it deals with this young boy. Pretty much he kind of like excels in like the sports activity, but he joins this after school club, and they pretty much deals with like like seance and exorcists. But unfortunately they it's kind of like just a hobby for after school. So but he comes in contact with this artifact, in which attract this cursed demon. And before he actually gets defeated, he actually eats this artifact, and he gains, an upper hand on the demon, which vanquishes it. But at the same time, he pretty much become a possessed human by, by this like demon figure. So I'm going to read on it a little bit more, and that's why one of the reasons why I'm waiting on episode 2 to kind of like understand the world a little bit more. Because even though it was a good episode, I just want to understand it better before I give my thoughts on it. Noblesse. Before you watch the first episode, you have to check out the OVAs, because if you watch the first episode, you're going to be confused. And that's another one that that I had to watch 2 OVA episodes, which each was 30 minutes each, and that's the full length of them. So I will be checking out the actual episode and then doing thoughts on that, because technically not happy with having to watch OVAs that came out like, almost like 4 to 5 years ago just to understand the first episode, which is wild. Yashimi, the twin demon princess, which is the sequel to Inuyasha episode. The first episode was actually, it was good. I'm not gonna say it was bad. The only thing I take away from it is that I wish they could have had more screen time with the new cast instead of living the old cast that we all love, like Kagome, Inuyasha, Mokuro, Shishomaru. Everybody made an appearance. Of course, with Kikyo being dead, they only had to reference to her, but we really didn't get to see much of like the daughters and some of the new characters or the situation at the end. So hopefully episode 2 kind of like really jumps that off. But so far, it's been a good premiere. I can't complain.
Yeah, I had a chance to watch Yashahime as well. And for those that don't know, if I'm not mistaken, the two of the girls are sisters for those new characters. One, his name is, it starts with an H. Was it Hero or, you remember, Ash?
Hold on, give me just a second. Let me pull this up.
That name of the girl with the white hair. I forgot her name, but she adopted the last name of Kagome's family because she was in the present world living with them, and her sister, who has lost memory of her name is Setsuna. I do remember that. And Inuyasha's, the one with the ninja outfit, kind of looks like Sango a bit, but not really.
Well, I do know that. So Toei and Setsuna, because Toei is the white hair one, and Setsuna is the dark hair. No, I didn't remember their names because it's weird names for them. But basically, they are twins, and those are Shishomaru kids.
Right.
The way that they described it is that it was a forest fire that happened, and in the mystery tunnel. I don't know if it's the same bone tunnel that Kagome went through, but she ended up going to Kagome's era, and Kagome's family ended up raising her. That's why you see her in more modern clothes versus her sister. Now, her sister seems like she takes a little bit after Shishomaru in terms of like attitude and the little fur that he has. And of course, if you look at Kagome and Inuyasha daughter, I mean, that's suffix, right? You could tell.
Right. Yeah. You saw how hyper she was. She was ready for that action right away. I think her name is Maharu, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she was ready. She's the one with the bow on her head that looks like a cat ears, and that's Momoharu.
Right. Yeah. So, and I mean, they really didn't touch on it because we just know that she was like captured, and they was asking her questions about where she came from, and I guess it's a lot that's going to deal with this owl that they pretty much is following. I guess that may just be the new main protagonist, but. You know what's so weird about this is that when you look at the cover art for this, you see everybody but except Kagome. Like, and of course you don't see Sango and Moguro because I mean, it's not really focused on their kids. It's mainly Inuyasha's and Shishomaru's kids. So my question is do Kagome go into hiding? Is she dead? Did she travel back to her current era to try to look for him, or did she go on a journey? We don't know. They really didn't add anything on to really say anything about Kagome.
Yeah, so that might be later down in the series, hopefully. After all, if I remember, Inuyasha was a rather long series. I remember watching as a kid. It went through several seasons. So I'm sure this is only like the beginning of the show. And we'll get to see the old gang again besides flashbacks and everything. Although for me, watching episode 1, it was still good. Like, oh snap, Moroku, oh snap, Sango, Inuyasha, and all that. And Shishomaru, who was there like briefly and everything. But I'm looking forward to see what they do with the series overall. But I got a feeling like because of the hype that it has with Inuyasha, it's probably end up being anime of the year, but that remains to be seen. So we'll have to just take our time with it.
Well, Yeah, but I think right now the most like exciting one out of these premiere will probably be, even though Inuyasha is one of my favorites. Jujutsu Kaisen is probably like the most interesting out of all of them. For me, I haven't looked at Golden Kamui yet. It's because I haven't personally caught up with it, and I don't want to watch it making weird speculations when I'm diving into the middle of the series. I will get aggravated by doing so, and I don't want the audience getting aggravated about that. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that,
I know. Looking in the comment section, I know Azra was talking about it. Like, I would recommend everybody to watch season 1 of Golden Kamui so you get an idea with the setting and the historical aspect of that show. So that way you understand why Sugimoto is doing what he's doing and why he's helping this young teenage girl in Aspira. So yeah,
right.
hey, just go ahead, go backtrack, watch that series, and then you can get caught up with season 3, and then you'll pick up right. You'll know exactly what's going to happen like ahead of time. So that'd be my advice for going to movie. Because if you just start watching season 3, you're gonna be like, what the heck are these guys doing? They're just on this manhunt or a girl hunt, if you will. Really, it's about money. It's them trying to find the money.
Right. And then and Noble is just like Azro said, it's been out. They just had OVAs. It wasn't like they had like a whole series, but the OVAs does touch bases on what happened before. So it would definitely make sense for you when you watch episode 1. So I highly recommend you do that. If you don't, then good luck with figuring out reading the comment section. And VGO, how's it going? Ravager, appreciate it. Sigma Jones, thank you again for joining back in with us. Definitely appreciate you too, Azrael. But yeah, these anime premieres is definitely interesting. I think it's literally hyping up the last quarter of the year for us because honestly, besides a few of them, anime has been kind of dry this year. We was introduced to one of the worst ones, but JJ gonna have that covered for you.
Speaking of which, the GBI review is coming. It'll be either tomorrow or Sunday for sure. So be on the lookout for that on my channel, JJ Wilson.
Right.
Yeah, I'll let you guys roast the crap out of that anime.
Right, and the description is in. I mean, his channel link is in the description, so do hit that link, get sub, and get ready. Because trust me, I'm gonna be in the comment section too, and it's gonna feel that pressure. I'm telling you, I'm ready for it. I got some jokes lined up for it, some corny, reference jokes. I'm all in. So I'm ready, and and shout out to you too, JJ, because your Harasura video hit over 2K. And it hasn't even been it haven't even been a week yet, has it?
It's been 5 days. So I put the I Hear No Sora video out for those that want to check it out. It is a bit long. I didn't mean for it to get that way, but it was so much in my head that I just wanted to get it out of me. So it's like 27 minutes long. But man, I had no idea it was going to pick up that crazy. Yeah, 5 days, it's over 2,000 views now. So it's going viral. I'm just going to put it like that. It's going viral.
Yeah, and here, I'm gonna post a link here in the chat too, just in case if you haven't checked it out. Go ahead and get at a watch. Kick your feet up, and enjoy yourself. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much covered for the anime part. I mean, again, it's a good time to be watching. So definitely check that out. So let's move on to this gaming because I know we got a few things to talk about there.
Yes, indeed. We got quite a bit that came up this week.
Yo,
let's just go ahead and get the Mortal Kombat reveal out there. So for those that didn't watch, NetherRealm Studios, they put out a trailer. I think it was Thursday, Ash, or Wednesday.
Yeah. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, it was yesterday. Thursday. Yeah. So you got this Tarkatan guy. He's running in the middle of the jungle, and he's running for dear life. But to no avail, he gets cut. His neck is cut, and it's Rain. So yeah, Rain's the first character to appear. For those that don't know, he is from the realm of Edenia, and he's like a prince, so to speak. But he's not actually the head of that kingdom. We know it's all Katana, her family. Mm-hmm. And he appears, and then next thing you know, he gets attacked, and it's actually Kitana's clone sister, like a half Harkonnen, half Edenian sister, and Melina. She comes out, starts attacking him, and they fight each other, and then we hear gunfire, right? So we hear gunfire, and we hear these steps come in between Rain and Melina, and look who it is. It's the classic movie character, Rambo.
It's your worst nightmare. Yo, that part had me rolling, JJ. Like, he was like, "It's your worst nightmare." Oh, then he just started shooting randomly. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like Rambo.
Okay.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. It makes me think of this Bryson Tiller song that he featured a weekend. It's called Rambo. Oh my god! If you listen to it, you'd be like, "Oh man, that's exactly what he did."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's now with this MK11 Combat Pack 2, there's going to be re-releasing the game as a whole pack, Mortal Kombat Ultimate, and it's going to include the combat pack and all the previous releases for the characters. Now, honestly, if you don't own the game and you're looking for the best deal to have for it, this is probably one of the best deals, because you can either get this on the PS4 or the PS5, or heck, if you have the Xbox, maybe the Series X, vice versa, go ahead and get it. So, or if you're a PC player, go ahead. I mean, it's going to be available. Might as well, right?
Yeah, get it while you still can.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the last one, right? Maybe.
Combat Pack. I don't know, because Tekken is on this season 4, and technically, I consider this to be like the second half to what they already released. Because earlier this year we got Fujin, Shiva, and we got RoboCop. Now we get Melina, Rain, and Rambo. So I'm thinking they're gonna have like at least like one more, and they could probably push another combat pack, probably a fourth. But yeah, hopefully. I mean, if you put everybody together for this year, honestly, it doesn't come to me. This is just my opinion. It doesn't come as more impactful than the season or Combat Pack 1, because Combat Pack 1 had some heavy hitters, and I feel like in this one
feels kind of short compared to the others. But think about it, they did the side story Aftermath. They did a continuation to the story that already happened with the main story of Mortal Kombat 11.
right?
Son getting that crown and everything, and you had to choose between him and Fire God Liu Kang to save the realms and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do a story behind Rambo or Rain and Melina in it, but that remains to be seen.
Right. But I don't know. And I think out of all the 3 characters, I think I'm more happy with to see Rain than anybody. And only reason I say that, and not saying that I'm not a fan of Melina, but if you follow the story, Melina died in MK10.
Yeah.
And this is not a spoiler. If you haven't played 10 by now or read the comics, I'm sorry, for your shortcomings, but it's old now. And then it's crazy too, because Rain and Melina was actually allies in Mortal Kombat 10. If you followed the main story, he was actually aiding her in trying to become the Emperor of Outworld when Kotal Khan rose to power.
Yep.
So yeah, so to see them fighting, I mean, of course they're gonna just do it just because, but I would have loved to just like have them in like in a separate scene, seeing Melina and probably Katana going back and forth, and then like Rain assisting her or something like that. I would have loved to see that. No, but I ain't gonna give off too much.
I would have fought for Kane for sure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give off too much.
He's Fire God now, so I know he's not messing with Kane.
Well, Kane is that guy.
Fire God now. Now he's overseeing the time capsule, all the realms. So
right.
Got quite a job with his hands now. That's a big Kane.
Right. So I mean that pretty much wraps it up. It's not really too much we can go off of for this. We just kind of like speculating off the characters that they might do another like story, or they just probably just gonna go in with the characters. We don't know.
Shout out to Killer J Gaming in the chat. What's going on? So
What's
yeah,
going
our next topic. Let's go ahead and dive into NIOh 2. Now, for those that aren't familiar with NIOh 2, that is a continuation of the first game, NIOh, which is based in Sengoku era Japan, and it's based on demons, yokai as they call them, basically Japanese folklore. And the first game is actually a foreign guy that you play with, William Adams, and he's coming from England, and he gets shipwrecked in Japan. And next thing you know, he's fighting for his life at first, but then he's assisting all these different warlords and everything until he gets acquainted with Ieyasu Tokugawa. And then you pretty much help the Tokugawa fight off against the evil yokai and also the mastermind by everything, which is the very reason why William was chasing this dude, Edward Kelly, but he kills him eventually. And then you got the DLCs that came after that with Masamune Date, Yukimura Sonata, and finally Lady Yodo. Yeah, Lady Yodo, also known as Cha-Cha, who was she had like the nine-tailed fox, and that was probably one of the strongest bosses in the whole series that you could have fought. Like, she was ridiculous to beat. Yeah, so that was NIOh 1. And NIOh 2 is actually, what's awesome about NIOh 2 is you can customize your character. You can customize this person. And you aid Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and you aid him, you make him rise in the power, but then, of course, he betrays you, and then you gotta kick his ass for it. Only to, your last boss is basically against yourself. You're fighting off your inner demon. Well, it's actually a mythical Japanese yokai by the name of, I think it starts with an O, Otekamaru. And you kill him because he's trying to take over your body so he can start slaying people and everything. So once you kill him off, then you kind of let Hideyoshi lay to rest, and you guys are friends again, even though he's already dead.
Right.
And with so basically the first DLC with NIOh 2, you go back in time and you fight off with Benkei and Yoshitsune. They're based on like real life people, and apparently he's related to like one of the emperors of Japan. I forget his name, but it's Minamoto, I believe. Like, their names are the same, Minamoto. So the main boss in NIOh 2's DLC is Yoshitsune, and once you fight him, I think the next one is called the Capital of Darkness. And I don't know exactly what's going to entail with that, so I guess you're going to Kyoto, and you're probably going to be fighting Yoshitsune's brother, because it seems like he's been taken over by the Spirit Stones. And that's basically Amrita. That's what the yokai use to kind of possess people, to make them bend to their will and stuff. So it's pretty fascinating stuff, Ash.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at the article right here. They said they had a female ninja character in here. I don't know who she is, but it's going to be rather interesting to see who that is. She's kind of dressed like a ninja, sort of.
Right.
But I'm not entirely sure what her identity is all about. But there is a new weapon in this game, and it's so dope. When I watched the trailer too, there's a trailer that came out about 2 weeks ago, and you fighting like you're doing like wushu or Chinese boxing, man.
Yeah, the knuckles weapon, like that's like that's very interesting for them to add that. And I mean, I feel like already that the weapon choices in NIOh was already like kind of like diverse. And now they just add a whole nother layer of like possibilities.
Yes.
So it's very interesting to see that. And I believe that with this DLC, because they was confirming that, you would need to play the first DLC to really dive into the story of the second one.
Yeah, because basically your character goes back in time, and I think it has something to do with the blade Sohya Haru. Yeah, it's kind of long, sorry. But basically you're trying to restore its power, and it kind of takes you back in time to where those other guys wield that blade as well to fight off against the yokai.
Right.
And so it seems like after you seize Hideyoshi, you kind of lay him back to rest, and you put out your inner demon, and then you get rid of Maria, who's like trying to resurrect these people. And oh yeah, I forgot the other villain is Kashin Koji, and he's like a mythical Japanese folklore type of dude. But yeah, he's like the mastermind behind all of this, so I guess he can travel through time and stuff like that. And he's like exercising people to do his will and stuff. So that's another person you get rid of in NIOh 2. I'm not sure if he's involved in this, but it seems like it has something to do with that blade, and you're kind of just diversing through time now, just try to solve all the pieces and help the heroes out at that particular time period. So it's gonna be rather interesting to see the Neo 2.
Right. Very, very interesting indeed. And I mean, like Neo 2 is like, to me, is one of the most like underrated games this year. Like, because this game really does like have a great story behind it, and I think it really does a good job, like in graphics, sound effects and everything. And
Oh
also too, I do have JJ playlist in the description, so you can follow him playing the original story. And you also can follow him playing the some of the DLC. And trust me, he gonna dive into this darkness and capital. I haven't got the season pass, so I only have just the regular gameplay of it, but not a pro. So do expect, if you do want to take a chance to watch it, that I will die a lot. So unfortunately, not one of my best beats.
I don't feel bad. But I keep going, man. I push it.
but I can't say that I did beat the game though. Did beat the game, like
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we both beat the Neos, and I can honestly say, yeah, definitely check out my streams, guys, because I think the first Neo game I did like over 50 streams, so it's all kind of content in there. Neo 2, not so much, because I just did like recordings of it. I did do a couple of streams on there. Now with the Capital Darkness, I think I will plan to do like pretty much the same thing, but if I feel like doing a long stream, then I will once I make time for it. Time is kind of limited now with all the work and everything and animes that have been coming out lately. Just gotta make time for it all.
Right. No, I definitely do understand, man. But yeah, this Neo 2 Darkness in the Capital, officially the second DLC, it launches October 5th. So definitely check it out. If you love following the story, if you want to watch JJ streaming, trust me, he'll be up, or watch his videos. He's going to be uploading it, streaming and doing all that. So definitely check it out.
Okay, now we got Neo 2 covered up. There was one more major announcement for gaming. And that was the new multiplayer for Ghost of Tsushima, and also a plus game.
Oh yeah. So it was announced in August that Ghost of Tsushima is going to be doing the Ghost of Tsushima version 1.1, which is, the nickname is Legends. Now, Legends does come with quite a few things for it, and guess what? It's all free. We get a new game plus with a flower dye. Now, the flower dye, when you take a look at the little time that they show off the new dyes for the armor, crazy. It makes it really looks like genuine, and I think the color composition for it is awesome. You get a new horse, you get new chimes, and you're able to have loadouts. Now, that right there is very interesting to have for a new game plus. I mean, especially for some people who like having a different play styles. Me, I would probably, if I ever did go back and play it, it will probably be the Gosaki, I think I'm pronouncing the right armor, and the Kensei armor, and probably the Ghost. I would probably have something between the three.
Oh man, that sounds like a lot, man. And I think they also added the new game as well, along with the dyes and everything. So it sounds like it's gonna be like a couple of new side missions that you're gonna play. The story sounds like it's gonna be the same, but it's gonna be like a little bit more extra detail and extra missions that you gotta do in order to progress. Am I right?
Right. It's definitely going to be very, very interesting with the because it's going to have like harder missions. And of course, if you're choosing a harder difficulty, and if your equipment transfer over with the new game plus, which for what they said it is, you was basically going to be able to tackle that horror mode and be able to take advantage of the new dyes and stuff. So guess what? For you people who want to do the new game plus, be assured that you're going to have things to do.
You got some extra things to do, as they say.
Yeah. Now, They do have now. That's not the only thing that's coming with this V2 because, of course, it's called Legends. They're going to have a co-op story mode that is going to be the maximum of 2 people. Now, the story mode. Now I'm not sure if it's going to have like additional like missions with the story, but you're going to be able to do those story missions with an extra person, and they already said that is going to be when you add an extra person in there, it's going to be hard. So no matter if you have the gameplay or the setting set to a normal, is automatically going to raise the difficulty up by you having an extra person in there. So I don't think you're going to be able to run through them story missions with an extra person and be like, oh, it's going to be fine, unless that person is like very skilled and y'all know ins and outs. Trust me.
Basically, got that chemistry.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that might be a I don't know. I don't know about Ash because you know how some of these dudes be trying to rush and beat this stuff. You know, they want to charge in without a plan, or they're not trying to be creative in their killing strategy and stuff. So it's it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely like make you want to play with different loadouts and different playing styles because you don't want to have like 2 aggressive people like going in there at the same time. So you're really gonna have to start thinking about your loadouts and thinking about strategizing. Now, this is one of the biggest things in this update, and I think a lot of people is literally like going crazy. Now they're having the survival mode and raid mode, which is two. It's going to be 2 different modes. But however, it's going to be up to 4 players. That's the crazy thing. 4 players. Now, with that being 4 players, it's going to have 4 different classes, which the classes goes Samurai, Ronin, Hunter, and Assassin. Now, each of these classes is going to specialize in different things. You're going to have a different design in your armor, different abilities, different things that's going to stand out the most. For instance, samurai players is pretty much is going to be like like physically the strongest. They're going to specialize in like a straightforward combat. Having like a Fury ultimate attack, they're going to be able to do like mini strikes and overwhelm your enemies. Now you have your hunters, which of course, with a hunter, they're going to be able to, use their bow, be able to attack at a distance, slowing down enemies. They're going to be kind of like your scouts and being able to watch your back from a distance. So having that aggressive supporting role is going to be a major thing.
It's like the 4 different classes: the samurai, the ronin, the hunter, and the assassin. Which one I might pick? It's tough, man. It might be between the assassin and the hunter, man. I just want to get it out the way as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. That's a great basis, of course. And I'm looking at Azrael's comment. He said he's not going to rush, but hey, you don't want to be too passive either, Azrael, because you just laying in the cut trying to snipe with arrows and stuff, and you let your homie down. He's getting bombarded by Mongols. I mean, hey.
Right. Honestly, for me, it probably either going to be Ronin or Hunter, and it's because those two particular classes has like a supporting role. I mean, I know Ronin deals with like reviving the enemy, and they have like more of a passive like a supportive role, while Hunters is more aggressive. Now, Azrael, I know you say you going for the assassin, and assassin pretty much cater to.
That's like stealth kills. You gotta be really, really good at stealth.
Yeah, be good at stealth and being able to like take enemies out by flanking them. Like pretty much, like hey, you see them fighting the samurai, you come up behind them and just like stab them right in the neck. Like strategy, like stuff like that is probably going to be a thing in this game, and that's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, I have no complaints with that.
Right.
Now, the survival mode, I think that it's going to be more like combat wise. Like you're just killing as many people as possible. It kind of reminds me of the old Red Dead Redemption Online when you had the zombie edition. You're trying to kill off as many zombies as possible, and they kept multiplying. Like the more you killed,
You're right. It's crazy too, because like again, they say fighting off waves of enemies while defending different locations in Tsushima. and they pretty much saying that you and your team can activate blessings to help yourselves, like igniting enemies or summon a spirit beast. The longer you survive, the more bonus objectives you complete, the more rewards you will earn. So I'm thinking they're gonna have like a difficulty level when you're going through these different survival missions in the different locations that they're gonna be at. So I'm taking, like, let's just say if they go in that crazy forest, it's like in the mid section of the Tsushima area. Like, let's just say if that be like the hardest area, like enemies just coming from all around. You know, you got snipers, you got you got a bunch of like heavy hitters coming in there. Oh man, I could just imagine that junk getting really crazy.
Oh, dude, it'd be ridiculous, dude. I couldn't imagine having to like go through all that, and then you got to go to another party island, and you got to do it all over again.
Man, and the crazy thing too is, like they said, the longer you survive, the more rewards you get. So that right there should tell you something, like how like difficulty by each wave things is going to get and the challenges that you're going to face. So honestly, yeah, get ready. They're gonna start having they're gonna pretty much turn this online into something really good. And I'm glad that they're trying to give the Ghost of Tsushima more life when it comes to like this update, because when you bought the whole like Ultimate Edition, you got skins and nothing else, and you was like, really? That's why I paid my extra money for? Well, now guess what? Everybody gets this free version, which gives you a ton more content. And speaking of a ton more content, the raid itself is going to be something that's going to be real nice. And again, four-player team. Now, the crazy thing is that you will have to be able to survive in his NIOh's realm, and pretty much you go on this adventure. And for what they saying, teamwork and communication has to be key, or you will be overwhelmed with enemies and objectives.
Wow.
So that is something that you really do have to expect when you have like four different classes and you going into this realm that possibly is going to deal with enemies, demon enemies, or something that, hey, look, you may not just not be able to damage it. You have to get it to the damage phase where you may have to shoot it with a bow in the head. It's going to stagger, and that's when you're going to have to do damage. Stuff like that is things you're going to expect from raids, but that's right. They said raids is where you're going to get the top tier gear. Like the best gear is going to come from the raids. So yeah, get your popcorn ready.
Wow, dude, that's Ray's already sound like it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be something out of this world. It seems like, yeah, Sucker Punch Studios really got something cooking up here. You gotta see how well this materializes, because I'll tell you, if they can get a lot of people to buy the game based off multiplayer, dude, yeah, they got so many ideas cooked up for a sequel. It's gonna be crazy.
Right. And then like throwing in a whole raid, man, it definitely changes aspects about the game that's going to really make it crazy. And again, I got a link for all these games that we are talking about, so you can be able to like dive in and look into this. Now, like when I take a look at some of these images and things like that, some of this gear that they have going on is going to be crazy. Like I was looking at the assassins, they got this crazy demon mask that has like these horns sticking out. Like you could have one with like a demonic hair, like you can have a mask that have like three faces, and I'm guessing like the background like color determines of like the rarity of it. Not entirely sure, but I just know that ultimately it's something to definitely consider, because man, and it's crazy how they show off the assassin, because that was like the main one that everybody was talking about. Like, man, the assassin is going to be the best one. It's like, well, I'm leaning more towards the hunter.
And I don't blame him. Yeah, some of the best looking gear on there.
Yeah, honestly, they really do. Like they masses is crazy, but they only shows off like the assassin mask. They don't show off.
They didn't show off the others all. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Now, yeah, and of course, like I said, in the regular mode, they talked about having the new game plus, and you would be able to, like they say, like, and it says it right here with No Game Plus, you will keep all your techniques, gear, and items obtained in the previous playthrough. Difficulty will be increased to provide a new challenge, but you can still adjust it down during the menus. And if you do New Game Plus and you adjust it down in the menus, don't be a chump. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna call you a chump. um,
Yeah.
the
I'll
goal.
get back into the swing of things. I'm just gonna be rusty when I play it over.
Right. And I mean, it's going to be things that's going to be crazy. Like looking at this flower, this ghost flower merchant, like it's already said like the type of things you're going to be able to earn in here is going to be crazy. And for what it says, they're going to have like a new tale and activity that's going to come with meeting the ghost flower merchant. So that's something that you're going to be able to take advantage of. So honestly, stack up your flowers because that may just something you'll have to do. And again, some of these like colors like really looks good. Like you can't go wrong with this.
I wonder if it's like all sorts of different like color schemes that you can play with, probably maybe because we that's something we didn't really have enough in the previous old game. You
Right.
did have a black dye merchant in there, and that made for some pretty nice dark theme uniforms. Like I like mine with the traveler's attire up until we got the ghost armor. And by the time we got the ghost armor, it was pretty much a wrap.
Oh yeah. And then you got the white merchant on there too. If you put the white merchants with the traveling attire, oh my god, that junk actually looks pretty dope with the white tier on.
I bet even with the snow in the background when you get to the north side of the island when it gets wintertime, I bet you look pimped out.
Oh man, you be sitting there looking like a Ghost of Tsushima G.
Oh yeah, you'll take a robber from the shoulder.
Yeah.
On Jen.
Still tripping though. Yuna could not give my man the buns, and she told him he belonged to the streets. It haunts me, man. It haunts me. Like he needs that. He needs that. um, and oh man, but with this Ghost of Tsushima Legends, again, it's going to add a ton of playthrough for this. I think this right here is really going to stand out for a lot of people who wants this game to be more playable, who's looking for this game to like being able to play with friends and to elevate that single player to a more multiplayer theme to have fun with friends because you just don't have to talk about it. You can actually be about it in a gameplay.
Okay, well let me ask you this. So, assuming you're gonna get the multiplayer day one, I know you're still doing Marvel's game. So how soon do you think you're gonna jump into the multiplayer? Or are you gonna go through the story first? Because I think I'm gonna lead through the story a bit, and then I'll see what the multiplayer is about.
Well, I can honestly go off of my experience. I'm like the new game plus does sound interesting, but however, I'm going to be more leaning towards the multiplayer right away because like I'm interested to see how these classes are set up, like because I want to get a feel for it, like what these like abilities and how like the online is set up because we don't know intentionally like how the servers is going to work out and what's the skills they're going to have. A lot is to be questionable about this, and that's one thing that is interesting but also scary because Sucker Punch is not really known for like doing like online. The last thing they really did online was Infamous 2, in which they made up missions in which that kind of like turned it to hell after the first like 30 days, so you really couldn't get the platinum like that. So that's something that I'm kind of interested in trying out as soon as possible because if Sony needs the feedback from for our gameplay to work on like the servers and stuff like that, I would definitely love to being able to do that right away instead of waiting on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm looking here. As I said, he's gonna do the story first. Okay, I tell you what, you and me, we're gonna be behind the scenes, Azrael, and whenever you feel like getting the multiplayer, let me know.
Oh yeah, trust me.
I'll do the story. I'm not gonna do it all, of course. I'm just gonna do like maybe a couple missions just to get my skills back, and then I'll see what the multiplayer is about. I'll go ahead and pick a side, and I might try a few missions to see how well I like it. And then I might, either talk to him or talk to you and see if we all want to do like a joint run into the multiplayer.
Yeah, we probably could get like a joint live stream going on
Yeah.
and get it down pat. Like, cause I know Azrael and I believe Killer J has it, so we probably, we probably all can link up and do it.
Yeah, I've been playing Neo 2 in between time and also a little Tekken 7 just to get my skills back since I was so absorbed in the Ghost of Tsushima for like the past 2 months. And so now I got this little break and I'm getting back to these other games again. And now to hear this multiplayer option is back and I want the rehash of the story and a little remix involved in that. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to dive back into this. No question.
I started up Mortal Kombat 11 recently because man, every few months I change up characters, just to kind of like challenge myself. I don't want to stick with like the same characters and just like be stuck on them. But very interesting. Like I end up playing with like Nightwolf and Spawn.
Oh, dude, Spawn's ridiculous.
Dog, he is so strong, and I can get so many hits in with him. It's nasty. Tekken, I gotta get back into it because I know they made some updates to it, and me and Kazuya gotta go back in the lab and get some things going. So that definitely will be a challenge to do. I actually going to be getting back into Destiny too because they have a Halloween event, and I know that their expansion is next month. And a couple buddies of mine was like, "Make sure you be ready." I'm like, "Well, be ready as I ever be."
Let me look at the date for that Mortal Kombat release.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then also while we was talking about on Ghost of Tsushima, they actually have they did a video on fatalities already and like moveset gameplay too. So right after this stream, if you're into Mortal Kombat, check it out. Check it out. Street Fighter 5. I don't know. I got Street Fighter 5 on the PC as real. And I mean, don't really follow it like I should be doing because they have yet to continue the story. So they keep on doing this in-between story crap. So I wish Street Fighter would kind of like get on and finish the story. If not, just don't even give it a number. Just say Street Fighter fighting game online.
Okay, I just found the date for the release pack for Mortal Kombat 11. It will be November 17th, 2020. Mark that on your calendars.
Oh man, I am literally going to be breaking the bank for this.
Dude, it's 2 days before Cyberpunk. And then like a week before the Assassin's Creed game. So like you got all these options, people. What are you gonna get before Christmas?
What's up, Jonah? Jonah, thank you so much for tuning in, man.
How's it going,
Man, I don't know, man. This is crazy. I mean, I know there's a lot of DLC that's going to be coming out. I'm definitely going to be getting my hands on Cyberpunk. Definitely going to be getting a lot of these DLCs. I definitely want to get the season pass for NIOh 2 so I can start catching up with that. PS5, I'm a worry about it. At the same time, not worry about it. Like if I'm able to get it, I will. If it's still sold out, might not. Just wait on it. But what I do, I'll probably just do like an unboxing for it. Because I definitely is still getting like my game room set up. I gotta get like a futon in here and like a little table, and I'll be able to do a proper unboxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the PlayStation 5. Not quite in a hurry to buy that system. I'm still dabbling between getting a new cell phone or just getting a new laptop altogether. It might be like a gaming laptop just to upgrade my memory storage and everything. So I won't have like days where my computer wants to act stupid on me, which hasn't really happened too often. But I've already had this laptop for like 4 years. I'm using right now, so it is about time to get an upgrade. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all doing something in the PlayStation party, Jonah?
Chilling with that. Oh, okay. What y'all get? What game you guys playing? What type of game?
Yeah, I know, like currently right now, like besides those few games, I know, like you said, I'm finishing up. I'm trying to finish up Marvel's Avengers. I don't think I'm gonna be doing end game with it because they haven't did no update to it. So I don't want to like put my time into that, and they not really doing too much for it. So I'm not about to dabble into that. I'm just gonna do the story mode, and be done with it for right now, and probably jump into I'm probably gonna be in between Trails of the Cold still out the Marvel's Avenger and Samurai Jack. Finish up that because I know I started Samurai Jack and I want to get it finished up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot you still playing Samurai Jack. Uh, you like halfway through the game, or you're close to beating it?
I think I made it like when I did the stream. I think I did like 1/4 of it. I don't think it's like that long. Um, but I do know like when I first started it up, it was some issues with the PC, and I had to get an additional program to kind of like close everything out because everything will try to start up when I'm starting the game, which is weird. So yeah, weird stuff. But yeah, but
I
but
think
yeah,
that's about everything we got for the main topics. Unless there's some other things everybody in the chat wants to address, please
right,
go now because we are near that closing time.
right. Now, just in case if y'all have y'all tried Crash 4? No, I have not because I haven't even beat the Insane trilogy yet. I have it, I just haven't like got into it. That could be something I'll put like in an in between stream. Because I know I'm trying to get Destiny 2 to be an in between stream kind of game. So that I can like always pushing out some type of video. So yeah.
Yeah, I meant to get Crash 4. I think I'm gonna wait a little while longer. I know it's got some pretty high reviews though. I've noticed that. Like that actually surprised me. So yeah, people are kind of dig that game quite a bit.
Yeah, and I heard it has like a set of like they made the game more challenging.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yeah.
for the serious Crash players out there, gonna be, they're gonna be buzzing through fruit and doing all sorts of stuff with Crash.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Um yeah. And I want I've been playing through there's a Doom Eternal and a Spyro trilogy on the Xbox. Um Whenever I'm about to lay down for the night and probably lay down with the wife and we just like start it up and just be talking stuff to each other while we playing it.
I know your wife is into games.
She play a few stuff like she crazy. Like we like when she started playing GTA, like she would literally like just go on like a murdering spree. I'm like, you don't want to get no cars, you don't want to get nothing.
Wow, she's got it in for people, man. Oh no, that sounds a little too personal there.
Right. Let me see. Max says, suck Rambo, he is so freaking trash. I'd rather Neo Blade or Tim from the Fist of the North Star. Um um Rambo, I'm not gonna say I'm entirely happy for him, but it's nice to see that they kind of like getting characters from like random like
From the old school
platforms.
movies.
Yeah, he was already speculating anyways. But me and JJ actually did videos on who we would like to see. I kind of like, shout out JJ to do one, and he kind of did a response to it. um,
Oh yeah,
I think like the main person out of my list that I would wanted to see, and I think it would have been like unique as hell, is I would have wanted the Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to be in Mortal Kombat 11.
yeah, that was excellent. Yeah.
I think that would have got like a lot of buzz.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, that's what said they'll watch Shigurui. Man, I tried to watch it this past weekend, and the freaking website was acting up on me. Go Anime, I couldn't see it. I tried to watch episode 3 and 4, and it didn't work. I may try again tomorrow if I got the chance. I still gotta look at Fire Force because I haven't seen that in a bit. And there was another anime I was watching. Oh yeah, he told me about Kingdom. I gotta get back on Kingdom. But yeah, it's just like a bunch of old school animes I missed out on. But,
Or basic form Vegeta. That actually would have been very unique. But
that would feel weird.
yeah, it will be weird, but it will be like so unique, like for them to add like an anime character to a bloody game like that.
It's gonna work. And then he's not even gonna look like the people in the game. He's gonna be looking at this guy's anime-esque looking face. You try to draw Vegeta with a normal look, dude, it'd be awkward, man. He would get so hard.
But you know who would have been like, for Dragon Ball Z, who probably would have been like more like fitting for it? Honestly, it probably would have been like Cell, because when Cell was first introduced, man, he was like absorbing people. Like, that was kind of brutal.
The imperfect Cell, I could probably see that because he's more like an insectoid. And you could probably see he's related to Deborah and all that shit.
Yeah, that would have been crazy if they would have did that. But yeah, that will be kind of crazy for them to do it. It would be weird for them to pull that off. Like, honestly, man.
Somebody say Guts from Berserk.
Guts probably wouldn't be bad, but again, it's like the realization and like the character designing is something that we have to really consider when it comes to like some of these guests that coming from other games. I mean, luckily Tekken hasn't really went to the extreme and didn't really mess anybody up. I think they've been doing a good job of it. But when it comes to like Mortal Kombat, I think it has to be some type of like grounded level. Like Astro just said, Leon Kennedy. I could see Leon being in Mortal Kombat.
I just thought about this too. What about Alucard from Hellsing?
Alucard wouldn't be bad. That that would be an actual good question to kind of like lead things off with you guys. Like in Mortal Kombat 11, let's think outside the box here. What character would you like to see in there? And it doesn't even have to make sense. Like, just name a good character. I mean, and think about like the grind, like being grounded. I mean, yeah, it could be random, but think about like how grounded it is and like what will fit the game. But let's just take it. Let's just take it from. Let's just see how y'all do with this. Because you said Leon Kennedy. I hear Vegeta, Guts,
Cell,
Blade, Ken.
Cell makes no sense from Dragon Ball Z because he does talk the most amount of shit out of all the characters in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Like what happened if they had Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul?
Oh, dude.
that will be funny, but
that would be like a troll type of character. Oh god, the dude from Demon Souls. What dude?
The protagonist, I guess they're gonna call him Souls or something.
Oh yeah.
What about I was just thinking of it. Crap. I just had a brain fart.
Oh, what are you thinking about?
I was thinking about some character that would have actually been fit, and I can't think of it now.
Homie said Frieza. Frieza.
Frieza, Afro Samurai wouldn't be bad.
Man,
that actually would be funny. Remember when they did Shaggy? Like Ed Boon went on Twitter and trolling with Shaggy being.
Oh man.
Zoinks! The Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Scooby, kill him.
like one of his outros is him jumping into the mystery van and they dipping out. Oh my god!
I'll give you Scooby snacks later, buddy.
It'd be crazy if they add Homer Simpson to Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh man, what? Now we're getting ridiculous. Homer Simpson.
Don't. You hit him and he go, don't.
Oh man, it's funny because as a kid I used to try to emulate the dope. Every time I mess up, I'm like, dope.
Abby, oh. I think that will bring up so much hatred because, man, to this day, every time I hear somebody talk about Last of Us Part 2, they hate Abby.
Man, bring her up. God dog it, man. We was having fun. Now you bring up Abby. What's wrong with
Man, oh my God. the bad memories.
that?
Could you just picture her, one of her finishing moves is taking a golf club to your head? You're gonna be like, yo, I swear I will uninstall MK11 and be like, I want my money back.
Cassie Cage has a better swing.
Man. And then like one of her costumes make her look like a straight up dude, like with a full cut beard.
Yeah, I would say this is basically Cassie Cage issue 1 and 2. It look like Abby.
Nathan Drake. That will actually be interesting though to see Nathan Drake in there.
Nathan Drake, yes. Yeah, he would back up this trash talk, no doubt. I can see that.
Yeah, like he could throw them hands. Like,
oh yeah,
it would be interesting to see that. I'm surprised they didn't do Takeda from MK10. He was heavily requested. Like him and Molina was like probably like the top 2.
Oh yeah, Takeda, yeah, because he had the whip like weapons and stuff. Yeah, and then trained by Scorpion. Very interesting backstory behind Takeda. Yeah, son of Kenshi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, son of Kenshin. And I know when it came to Takeda, if you read like the comic books with Mortal Kombat 10, he actually saved Scorpion on numerous occasions.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah, like because you know how Mortal Kombat Deceptions dealt with the Kami Dogos. Well, they turned the Kami Dogos into Kami Daggers, which dealt with cursed blood. If you get cut by them, pretty much you go into like this rage, and the person who's actually has control over the daggers controls the person. And it got wild. They got to the point to where like, man, Havoc took control of everybody, even Raiden. And like it was crazy. Like they even go into details of how Sector and Sub-Zero took the Lin Kuei back, and how how the Cyrax killed herself and made Sub-Zero the Grand Master, because Cyrax actually the one that killed Sector in this universe, so he should have been Grand Master, but he killed himself so that Sub-Zero can.
Yeah, Cyrax did that sacrifice. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Right. And then a lot of people didn't understand how Sub-Zero got back to his human form because of how it ended with 9. But Quan Chi, he pretty much turned him back because he said the robotic transformation limit his cryomancer ability, so he switched his body back. Rick and Morty, Rick from Rick and Morty, that would actually be.
He would look weird in Mortal Kombat.
He will look weird, but I could just see him trash talking like the Joker.
Little Tekken added Kratos. They could try. I mean, they already put Akuma in there. They could try anybody now. Keith Howard. They put so many random people. It's not funny.
Yeah, Akuma in Mortal Kombat, that would actually be fitting, but it would never happen because a lot of people always wanted Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, but the thing is that Street Fighter don't want to see their characters like getting like fatality, because that's the thing with Mortal Kombat. You're going to get fatality at the end.
Oh yeah, that too.
So yeah, it would never be that they would have their characters in there. That's something that would never come to light. They don't want to see Scorpion destroying Ryu. They don't want that to happen.
Ryu or having Chun-Li getting raped and then killed. That's not happening.
Yeah. Like, you crazy. Like, Johnny Cage already hitting people in the balls, because you picture him hitting Chun-Li and she like closing her crotch. They're going to be like, oh, the fuck? She got balls now?
Yeah, but that would be insane. There's no way.
That's like, I'm very shocked that Tekken got away with all these like different appearances for these characters. Like, they literally did something that we can never expect it. A character from Tekken, King of Fighters, Street Fighter, all in one game. That's amazing.
Yeah, it really makes us wonder who's going to come in with that season 4, since they already put out Kunimitsu. Like, we have no idea what route they're going to take here. Oh yeah, and The Walking Dead, you put that guy in there. Where'd that come from? So it could be anything out of them. Anything.
I would expect the Negan though to appear up in Mortal Kombat. Though that's the one thing
because they're dealing with zombies. It would have been fitting.
Yeah, and the way that he killed Glenn, you just see that actually in Mortal Kombat. Oh my god.
Yeah, Final Fantasy too. Yeah, I mean they're taken from all sorts of games here, so we don't know which way they're pulling. The main thing I've been seeing is Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series. That's what I keep seeing.
NIOh.
I wish, man, bringing in William.
And they bring in William, yo.
Oh snap! Oh man, they getting real classic on us now. Damn.
Could you picture they putting 2B in Mortal Kombat?
Either him or they could put in Ninja Gaiden, Ryu Hayabusa.
They could put him in there too. Yo, Kai's a man. Yo, it's possibilities. It is possibilities. JJ, since you before the stream you was playing the Streets Volume 2 soundtrack. You remember Streets Volume 3? They on the GameCube version had Mario, Peach, and Luigi.
Oh yeah, I didn't play much of 3 though because I didn't own the game. But I did hear about that.
Man, 3 was the like literally messed up the series. When you played the GameCube and they gave you like that. Because they gave you Mario, Luigi, and Peach, and guess what? They was overpowered. Like, look, Peach was the best dunker. She was the best dunker. Mario was like the playmaker, and Luigi, he was the best defense. I'm like, what?
Damn, you making me want to watch streams on that again. I do remember that. I just didn't own the game.
And then customizable dunks, and they had a dunk contest.
Oh no! Dang,
man. I remember my brother bought this. He was like, "Man, this is a waste of money." I'm like, "Yes, it is. You should have got a V2."
Yeah, man. Volume 2 is all-time classic. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, just like in the first NFL Streets was a classic, but when it came out the second one, fucked it up. Man, that is crazy. That's crazy. All these games.
Indeed. Oh, as I said, Street Volume Mario Edition.
Witcher 3, Gerald. Well, they got him in Soul Calibur 6.
They got him in Soul Calibur, so Namco already beat NetherRealm Studios to the punch there. Sure did.
Yeah. And surprising, Super Smash Bros. Got a lot of characters in there from different games.
I feel like probably underwhelming in Mortal Kombat anyway. His personality is too dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had Gerald to him. They should add Handsome Jack from Borderlands to Mortal Kombat 11.
Borderlands I have not played.
It's fun. It's fun. Like 2 is the best one, and Handsome Jack is probably like one of the best villains you could probably ever play with in any game. Not play with, but play against in any game.
Smash Bros. That is Steve Fox or somebody else.
Well, I do know that Smash they added Terry in there. Terry's crazy.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, Tony Bogard.
Yeah, the more damage you do to him, the higher chance you taking him and one shot you. JJ, Minecraft, Steve.
Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, they add that will fit the younger generation to add the Minecraft Steve to Smash Brothers. It would just seem like they just at that point being thirsty.
I know.
That's that's crazy. That is crazy, man. Just think of like I don't know if Mortal Kombat would they do a pack 3. I don't know. I may just like to revisit who would I like to see in there, but that's crazy. It's like Melina already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, she was highly demanded. It's like, what's a Mortal Kombat game without Melina?
She been in quite a few of them. I mean, I know she was in 3. She wasn't in 4.
You want a Dante? No, he could trash talking MK11. You just have to have like the necessary moveset to keep up with all those guys. He'd just be shooting most of the time anyway.
Yeah, Dante from DMC is too violent for Smash Brothers. I don't know. They had the remake Dante in PlayStation All Stars. He wasn't too overpowered. You can still beat him if somebody was playing with him. Strong, but he's not too powerful.
Yeah, I remember Dante and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I do remember that.
Overpowered.
Yeah.
Overpowered. Don't remind me. Oh man. Oh, trust and believe me when I know. I know, man. It's crazy. It was okay, but PlayStation All Stars, like they just really didn't have anything to keep you engaged in the game. That's my whole problem with them. Nothing besides doing the story modes and going online. You didn't have no challenge mode. You didn't have none of that. And let's just see. As I said, I still have Ultimate Marvels. Oh yeah, I still have it too. I still have it downloaded and everything. So yeah, I know what you mean, man. Know what you mean. Yeah, I think like when they added like the three when they added the 3 levels of moves, I guess that was your way of doing so because you have to like really like get into hitting people. And if somebody first move was trash, it was easy to go around that. But I think like out of everybody, Kratos was probably like the strongest person in the game.
Oh yeah, there's no surprise there.
Right, him, Sweet Tooth, Colonel Riddick. You had Raiden, Dante, um, Puppa the Rapper. Yeah, yeah. And then when they added like Isaac and all of them in the game, yeah. Oh yeah, he Hachi, he wasn't too bad. He was actually pretty balanced. I don't really know who really had problems out of him.
Don't underestimate the old man. All that punching power he's got. Shoot.
Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet. Only reason I'm not going to add him to like the overpowered class because if you know how to use Ratchet and Clank, then yeah, he could be a problem. But majority of people don't know how to utilize him because he can set up traps, he can get you long distance, he got a strong up close. He's an all rounder. Just people just don't know how to utilize that.
Hmm. That's another series I haven't really played, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that new Ratchet and Clank actually looks interesting.
Oh yeah, that's on PS5, right?
Yeah, PS5. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, so I think we kind of wrapped up everything here, chatted with the peoples a little bit. Let me see who was here. We got, of course, Azro, man. You always coming in here, supporting, appreciate it. We had Ravager who stopped in, VGL. We had Sigma Jones, Killer J. We had Max.
Jonah and yeah, new guy, Max Montanez.
Yep, Jonah. Oh yeah, and Max, don't be a stranger, man. You know, you actually raised the topic for us. We appreciate that. Um, oh yeah, here Azra, I thought Cole was OP. Evil Cole to me was way better than regular Cole because you get if Evil Cole gets you in the air, you ain't coming down. Oh, no problem, Azrael. No problem, no problem. But yeah, but other than that, anything else you got to add, JJ?
I don't. I think I got everything here I want to say for this particular podcast. We'll definitely have a few more things lined up going into episode 4. And feel free to tell us what we should add on to the show too, guys. Don't be a cold turkey and not tell us nothing.
Oh yeah, and if you know, like next week is going to be on JJ Wilson channel. Again, I got the link in the description, so everything you need to see, all the information that you want to verify that we talked about, I got it all here for you, so you could be able to see all of it.
And
So,
coming up on my channel later in the week, before the weekend is over, you'll see GBID. So do check that out. What I thought about that show, and we will come back hopefully Friday next week with the episode 4 podcast, and we'll see what we can cook up for you guys. And hopefully you'll enjoy it like you did this tonight. And I think we'll see you all next time.
all right, we'll see y'all next time. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. And again, JJ link is in the description. That's where that's where the next episode 4 is going to be at. So I will see y'all there, or be squared.
All right, later, gang.